Hi students, how are you? Hope you are doing great. Okay, yes, we have a piece of good news actually. Right now we are getting so many of the medicines like remdesivir, dexamethasone, and favipiravir. Likewise, medicines are coming out to cure the COVID-19, but it's not good to make celebrations early and come out without having any control. It takes a few more days, maybe a couple of weeks or a month to come to the market, which is easily available to pick by the patients. Hence, it's really a good news, a piece of good news. In the last class, we have already discussed regarding the promoters. What do you mean by the promoters? What are their responsibilities or the duties of the promoters? And what is the relationship of proposed company and the promoter? In today's class, we are going to discuss about remuneration of the promoters. We are going to discuss about the remuneration of the promoters. Whether the promoters are having any right over the company after it comes into existence to get the remuneration or not. Before doing so, what I am asking you is, support me to serve you. What I am asking? Am I asking you to come to sit my classes, offline classes, face-to-face classes in my class? No, I am not asking you to pay any fees or asking you to come to face-to-face classes, everything. Subscribe to my channel in case if you are the first time viewer of my video, and share this video or this content. There may be an encouragement to me to have more and more views. And of course, in case if you really feel it is very helpful for you, like the video. These are only the things that I am asking from you by way of the support. Now get into the topic. What is the today's topic? Remuneration. To whom remuneration? To the promoters. See, first of all, let me see the legal backup. Legal backup in the sense, is there any provisional support? Provisional support in the Act? Is there any section that is allowing the promoters or authorizing the promoters to have the remuneration? Here the answer is no. No section is there to allow the promoters to have their remuneration for the services rendered or for the activities done by the promoters to bring the company into existence. Now I am asking you another question. Sir, is there any prohibition or decline provisions to have the remuneration to the promoters? For this question also the answer is no. There is no provisional support, there is no prohibition on the remuneration of the promoters. Hence, I can strongly say that the Act is silent in this regard. The Act is silent in this regard. The one and only thing or the way is there to have the promoters to be remunerated is nothing but to be contracted. To be contracted. Who needs to be contracted and when needs to be contracted? Let me put together these things to have a better understanding by you. Right. Now he is the promoter and this is the proposed company. Now this promoter had prepared a AOA, MOA, had gathered subscribers and the capital requirement, all these things he had done. Meanwhile, or while doing so, to perform all these activities, he may render or he may spend some of the expenses also. All these are the services that he rendered for the purpose of a proposed company. Yes. Once if the company gets a certificate of incorporation from ROC, now this status of proposed company will become as the company. Now it is a company. Now it is an existing company. When it becomes an existing company, the promoters will be treated as the outsiders and has no connectivity with the existing company. Now, even though there is no provision in Companies Act 2013 for the payment of the remuneration to the promoters. Now, what it has to be done? Now, the company in its first annual general meeting and in its board meeting needs to contract again or ratify the contract with the promoters for their remuneration which is already there. In case if the company after its incorporation done so, whether contract again or ratify a contract already there before the existence of the company or before the company comes into existence. Now the promoters will get their remuneration. Okay, how it is possible? Either to contract again with the promoters for their remuneration or the ratification of a already existing contract. What are the modes of the discharging remuneration? What are the modes of the discharging remuneration, or what are the methods of payment? See, in case if you ask me payment for the remuneration, in case if you ask me, sir, is there any exhaustive or conclusive list or modes of payment? The answer is no. There is no such a exhaustive list or conclusive list to the methods of payment of remuneration. See, here the promoters needs to be compensated for the services rendered to bring the company into existence is the main motto, is main concept. But here the mode or method of payment, how they will be remunerated, how they will be benefited, is not having any exhaustive list or standard list in the Act. So, a few of things, not only those things or methods that we are going to discuss here in this class or in this video, the company may follow any other mode to compensate or to benefit the promoters for their services. It's not an exhaustive list. Just what I'm placing in front of you is just a little bit of examples. The first mode is lump sum amount payment. Say for example, some amount, whatever it may be the amount, that can be paid to the promoters. This is one of the modes. Number 2, commission on the shares sold by the company or sold by the promoters. Of course, promoters are sold by the company. That means some sort of commission will be given to the promoters as their remuneration on the shares sold. Okay. Number 3, the promoters are allowed to have the shares of the company at a fixed price in the future, in the further issues. How it is? Say for example, at the time of incorporation, the company share value is 100 rupees, and maybe in 2025, maybe the company share is 1500 rupees or 2500 rupees. But here the promoters, by way of their remuneration, is allowed to take the shares of the company at a fixed price which is lower than the market price, because they have to be benefited. In case if they are also, promoters also allowed to take at market value, what is the benefit that the promoters are getting? Now, because of that reason, company will allow or contract with the promoters to have the company's shares in the further issue at a price lower than the market price. Say for example, they decided to have their shares at any cost at a 300 rupees in the further issue. Now, in case if the share value right now is 2500 rupees, if the promoters are allowed to have the shares at 300 rupees, how much that they are getting as a remuneration per share? They are getting 2200 rupees as their remuneration, as the benefit to the promoters. Maybe it is a remuneration. Now, not only these methods, I already said that there is no exhaustive list or conclusive list regarding the payment of the remuneration to the promoters. Okay. Thank you, friends. Thanks for being with me for this video. Hope you understood this class. Thank you. We will meet again in the next class.